家好，我是 Evelyn。暑假到了，前2个星期看完了《Madagascar 3》之后，这个星期又要帮大家介绍另一部可爱的动画电影，也就是在6月22号全美上映，由 Disney Pixar 推出的《Brave》。不知道大家有没有发现，之前 Pixar 推出的电影像是《Up》、《Cars》、《Toy Story》还有《The Incredibles》等等，大部分的故事都是以小男生为主角来说故事。而6月22号上映的这部《Brave》却即将破天荒的让 Pixar 第一次把故事围绕着一个小女生来做发展。即使这个满头卷发的小公主有一点颠覆传统，是一个 Tomboy， 而且射箭技术超厉害。不过相信全球的小女生应该都还是非常的期待吧。就让我们赶快来看一下 Brave 的电影预告 ，Action！
I saw something that day, something I'll not forget. It stands 12 feet tall, with razor-sharp claws. His hide littered with the weapons of fallen warriors. His face scarred with one dead eye. I drew my sword and...
Chomp! Dad's leg was clean off!
Oh, that's my favourite part!
In accordance with our laws, the firstborn of each of the great leaders must prove their worth. Merida, stop! A lady enjoys elegant pursuits.
I present my only son. He took out a whole armada single-handedly. He was... With one arm, he was steering the ship...
I want my freedom! But are you willing to pay the price your freedom will cost?
Careful what you wish for, my mother would say.
What's the worst that could happen? No more fighting! Show a little decorum!
Feast your eyes!
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
哇，看完了预告，有没有很想马上去看这部电影呢？那因为 Brave 是少数把背景设定在苏格兰的动画片，这次 Disney Pixar 也特地找来苏格兰籍的女演员 Kelly MacDonald 以及苏格兰裔的 Emma Thompson 来诠释女主角 Merida 公主还有 Eleanor 皇后。那他们2个之前也其实早就在 Harry Potter 跟 Nanny McPhee 中一起合作过。谈到这次又有合作的机会，2个人都表示很开心哦。先来看看稍早的访问吧。
Out of nowhere, the biggest bear you've ever seen. His hide littered with the weapons of fallen warriors, his face scarred with one dead eye. I drew my sword and...
Whoosh! One swipe, his sword shattered, then chomp! Dad's leg was clean off. Down the monster's throat it went.
Oh, that's my favourite part.
Mordu has never been seen since, and is roaming the wilds, waiting his chance of revenge.
Let him return. I'll finish what I guddled in the first place.
Merida, a princess does not place her weapons on the table.
Mom!
When you think of animation, you think of Pixar and Disney, and to just be asked into a room to try out for one of their films was enough for me, and I can't quite believe that it kept going from that day on. So it's just totally thrilling and unlike anything I've ever done before. I just love Emma. I've been lucky enough to actually work in the same room as her, which I haven't been doing on Brave. But she's an incredible actress, incredible lady, and it's just lovely playing her daughter.
My daughter, Merida, is played by a young actress called Kelly MacDonald, who's one of my favourite people in the world. She played Evangeline in a film I did called Nanny McPhee. She was the servant who ends up marrying the dad. Queen Eleanor, or just Eleanor, is married to Fergus, and he's a great big beast of a man, and always fighting and always getting into trouble, and she absolutely adores him. So there's great love between these two, and it's produced a really terrific daughter. But she, Eleanor's had to. She's had to close her doors a little bit, and so she's always saying to her daughter, look, it's not for you to, I don't want you always out with the boys with your bow and arrow and rushing off with the horses and doing this, that. She's quite a tomboy. She's very physical, very active, very brave girl, and she doesn't want to be like Eleanor.
看完了这么可爱的电影，接下来我们要换口味，来一点紧张的动作片，就是同样在6月22号全美上映的 Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter。没错，你没有听错，这个杀吸血鬼的猎人就是美国第16任的前总统林肯。故事叙述他在还没有担任美国总统前，只要看到他戴上高高的帽子，手上拿着一把斧头，就知道他是要去猎杀吸血鬼喽。简直就把他塑造成一个 superhero 一样。那这部电影虽然在美国没有做什么特别的宣传，不过它的 idea 倒是蛮特别的。至于好不好看，就让我们先来看一下 Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter 的预告吧。Action!
And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. And I looked, and behold, was death, saying, "Come and see."
History prefers legends to men. It prefers nobility to brutality. Soaring speeches to quiet deeds. History remembers the battle, but forgets the blood. However, history remembers me before I was a president. It shall only remember a fraction of the truth.
And hell followed me.
There is darkness everywhere, Mr. Lincoln.
My mother was murdered. I can see the rage burning.
Tip the balance for the good of all mankind.
I shall kill them all.
It's time we had a nation of our own. This war ends tonight. Only the living can kill the dead.
Wow, 这部电影也把我们的前总统讲得太厉害了吧，跟我们印象中很严肃坐在椅子上老老的林肯雕像完全不一样哦。那这部电影虽然没有什么大明星，唯一大牌的大概就只有制作人，也就是之前导演 Dark Shadows 的 Tim Burton。看来真的只有怪咖制作才会想出这类奇怪的故事。赶快来看一下 Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter 的幕后拍摄花絮吧。
We are telling the secret part of this battle, the secret part of Lincoln's life.
It's an amazing story. It just felt like something I hadn't seen before.
It's all about this iconic figure, but through this conceit that he's a vampire hunter.
It's like a Batman of 19th century, because he was ordinary and extraordinary at the same time.
He's just such an iconic image, and there's something very strong about that image. It's just very powerful.
When he understands the way the world really is, he's motivated by revenge, by defeating darkness.
It's incredibly thrilling, blood-curdlingly dark.
The audience is going to be really surprised at what we throw at them.
It's big. It's the first time the audience will see their president fighting, protecting us.
Abraham Lincoln vampires, Timur. Wow, that's the kind of movie I want to see.
节目的最后也提醒大家到 Action 好莱坞的脸书按个赞，成为我们的粉丝，也继续锁定哇靠 LA.com 以及每个星期四晚上6点45分的洛杉矶汉天电视。我们下周再见，拜拜。
以上节目由 Stay Farm 提供，向更好迈进。Stay Farm。